How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another video. It is Sunday, June 18th. It is 6:15 in the morning. I'm out here. I got horse chores done. Got the horses their grain. And I'm filling up water. And breaking news. Might as well announce it as breaking news because it hasn't happened in a long time. We got some rain. You can see how tacky it is out in the lot with the hoof prints. We finally got some rain. Holy cow. We've been so dry recently. It's been nuts. And even if we did get rain, it'd be just a little sprinkle for just a couple minutes, and then it'd be done. So I guess I don't know exactly how much rain we got, but at least it was enough to make the lot tacky. That's a good thing. We'll take any rain we can get. We're just not getting enough. Holy mackerel. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I don't really know what's going to be happening this weekend. I think we might be going out in the sprayer tomorrow. But take that with a grain of salt, because last video I said we were going to go in the sprayer and plans ended up changing on us. So Dad said we might be in the sprayer spraying some more beans tomorrow. Not too sure yet. We'll kind of have to take it as it comes. No racing this weekend. We don't have any races going on this weekend, but next weekend we have a race on Saturday night, on the 24th is when our next race is. So if nothing big happens in this video, or not enough to make a full video's worth, then the race will be in this video. If not, it'll be in the next video if I somehow get a lot of footage from this weekend, but I highly doubt it. We'll have to see what happens. But we made some progress though. We got the title for my junk car that is sitting on on Jonesy's trailer. So whenever we get some spare time, all we have to do is take it down. I took the battery out of it last night too. So all we have to do is take it down to the junkyard and drop it off. And so that trailer will be open in case we have to use that trailer to take my race car. So it's looking very likely that whether we have to use 2 trucks and 2 trailers, or just 1 truck in our trailer, we're trying to get it modified. It's looking very likely that both cars will be at the track for the next race. So I'm excited. I'll have my car 04 there for the very first time as my car. But I wanted to go ahead and segue into the video, get an introduction going, because I have no idea what we're doing today. We might not be doing much, because usually the last few Sundays hasn't been a lot, but we'll have to see. So I will keep on going here. Hope you guys enjoy the video, whatever happens, and I'll catch you guys later on. We just fired up the 4830 sprayer. I was up there, I cleaned the windows inside and out. Dad was, while I was doing that, it was fueling up. We were getting it all fueled up because we only have 1 more bean field to spray, and that's way down south. It's gonna take about 2.5 hours to get the equipment down there with how slow it goes. But we fired it up. We're gonna pull it out here into the open, and we're gonna unfold the boom all the way out, and we're gonna grease everything. We're gonna make sure everything's all greased, so everything's got the proper lubrication, so that everything will work properly. You guys stay back. The ladder's going up, and he's gonna back her out. He's gonna kind of pull it up. We got the 7410 here hooked up to the rake, and we've got the 4430 around the other side with our baler, with our mower for baling equipment, because they've been baling up hay. And we got the combine out, the S670. We pulled it out so we could get our mower out. We'll see here, Dad's gonna start unfolding the boom. He raised it up out of the holsters, and he's gonna unfold the first set. That'll come out and pop. Then the second set will come out, go up and at 'em. This is a 100-foot boom, so it gets quite a bit done at one time. There's that wing completely out. There's that wing out. And then what he'll do is he'll use the hydraulics, lift them up, lift up the set, and then what he'll do is he'll bring it down, He'll bring the whole set down. Just enough that we can look at the nozzles, make sure nothing's broke, make sure everything's cleared out, and we'll grease all the bearings, we'll grease everything out. So she'll be ready to go. Well, we're folding her all back up. We greased all the grease inserts and grease points on the boom, and then we greased everything on the machine, and then we went through and we sprayed some PB Blaster on the springs and chains and stuff on the boom. Pretty much anywhere where anything folds, pivots, anything like that, we made sure that it had plenty of lubrication so that it functions correctly. It's all fueled up, everything's greased, so all we have to do is take it down to the field tomorrow, probably, when we take it down, and make sure it's filled. We're gonna do our filling at the chemical place down there. We're not taking Carol in our trailer down, so we'll make sure she's full with the first batch, and we can start spraying. All right, guys, it's a little after 11, still the 18th. I figured I would give you guys a crop update. We got the sprayer all parked back in the hoop building after getting it all greased and oiled up. But I figured I'd give you guys another crop update on the corn. A few videos ago, I came out to the field behind the shop and I showed you guys the corn shortly after it had popped. And that was maybe a month or so ago, maybe. And I'm at the same field. We're still at the shop, and I just walked back here behind the shop here to the field, and here is the corn. This is the same corn. I'm standing in about the same spot. Not exactly, but about the same spot. You can see where Sadie is over there. That corn isn't doing the best. Still kind of short in that little area there. It's kind of patchy in there. But you get over here, and it looks awesome. There's the old Farmer's Almanac saying that the corn has to be knee-high by the 4th of July. And for reference, just on the end row here, my knee is way down there, and the corn is way up here. So we're already past that, which I figured we would be, which is good. That's very good. Corn is doing great. Could we use some more rain? Absolutely. We really could. But we really could use the rain. We got some last night, around half an inch, 7/10 in another city up north a little ways. So we definitely got some good rain, but we definitely could use some more. Actually, the corn that in the last video or the last update kind of looks like these guys right here on the end. And then it just spikes. It just goes up from there. But I figured I'd show you guys a crop update on the corn. I haven't been able to look at any of the beans since we planted them. But tomorrow, as long as the wind stays down and we don't have any problems with the weather, we'll be down south spraying beans tomorrow. So I'll give you guys an update on the beans then. I'll show you guys what the beans look like in that field. But we're going to keep on trucking here. We're going to run some errands. And I think it's just going to be a chilled out kind of afternoon. But we'll see what happens. And I'll catch you guys here in just a little bit. Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, June 24th. It is a little after 6:30 in the morning. I'm out here getting horses all watered, getting them all set for the day. I took today off of work because today, as of right now, today is race day. I say as of right now because we have a little bit of rain coming in this morning. And then we have some chances at some stronger storms and showers coming in right around race time. Of course, all week has been no rain, no nothing. But then the day of the race, they got to throw rain at us. So as of right now, the race is still happening. But there's a chance that they could shut it down. There's a chance that they could reschedule. So we might be racing this weekend. We might not. I don't know if they're going to push it to tomorrow and just say it's just going to be windy tomorrow. They might just say, let's just race tomorrow. I can't imagine that they're going to push the race to next weekend, because next weekend, Saturday is the 1st. We have a race July 3rd. So I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna say, I guess they could say, well, let's just run one race. We'll reschedule this race and do it July 2nd, and we'll run a double header. We'll do July 2nd race to make up for today, and then we'll run our July 3rd, 4th of July race. I don't know. But as of right now, we're still racing today. We got my junk car off that trailer. We got it to the junkyard yesterday. So the Jonesy's trailer is all freed up, ready to go. My grandpa is actually coming up today because he wants to see us race. The last time he came up to watch a race last season, it got rained out while he was here. He was already at the track and mingling with us, and we had already gotten the car off the trailer and got it ready for hot laps, and they called it off. They said there was lightning and stuff coming in, and so they called the race off. And so he didn't get to see us race. And so I'm hoping that we race today so that he doesn't make a wasted trip. But who knows? We can never plan around the weather. With racing, farming, it doesn't matter. You're always at the discretion of the weather. So we just got to roll with the punches, see what happens. If we don't race today, I guess it's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. We've got next weekend to race. Not a big deal. I'm just really excited because I'll be taking my car for the first time. So I really want to run this weekend, get used to my car, get as much seat time in as possible. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. That's just the way the weather goes around here, or anywhere for that matter. So whether or not we race, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Not quite sure what we're doing besides possibly racing. Don't even know if we're racing if the weather decides to shut us down, but we'll see. I'm getting the horses ready, and then I'm just gonna chill out. Dad's gonna run over and grab a hay bale and bring it back and store it in the round pen for the horses. And by the time we're done with that, my grandpa should be getting here, and we will figure out what the plan is. And as long as we don't hear anything, usually they don't shut the races down until like 3-4 o'clock. So we've got quite a while. They try to wait till the last minute to shut down. So we'll see what happens. If we race, we race. If we don't, we don't. We'll see what happens. But I hope you guys enjoy this part of the video. Don't know exactly what's going to go on with the weather possibly shutting down the races, and then going into the weekend of I never know what we're going to do on the farm, so we'll have to see. So I'm just going to keep on trucking here and preparing for the race, and I'll catch you guys in just a little bit. Alright guys, it's about 9:45. Still pretty sunny out, getting kind of hot. We've been doing some yard work this morning, waiting for my grandpa to arrive. He should be here any minute now. But we also came in the garage and we got my spare tires out. This is one of my spares. I wrote Josh on the inside over here. That's one of my spares. I got those out. We got Dad's spares here. He painted white on the stickers, or on the lettering there. So it helps, so it looks good on his car if we have to put them on. But here's my car. Here's 04. We went through this morning, and we tightened up my radiator line. We put a new clamp on that side over there, down at the bottom of the radiator. We went on these bolts here on the carburetor and the riser, and we made sure that those are nice and tight, and they are. And we cut some padding, some foam padding insulation. You can see it on the seat and then back there. We're gonna set it up so that I'm not sitting on the bolts or anything else, because I don't have a seat cover for this yet. Jonesy can't find the seat cover that he ran. But we got our toolbox with our racing stuff in it, our air bomb, our racing fuel, spare belts, some spare tires. We've got everything we need. What we'll do is we'll load all that stuff in the back end of Dad's pickup. And you can see in the back of Dad's pickup there, we have the jack ready to go. We got the jack there. So of course, if we have to change a flat, we can jack the car up and get that tire changed. But we're going to load all the spares and all the tools in the back end of my dad's pickup. And my grandpa is probably going to hook onto Jonesy's trailer that's sitting here. And we'll load my car onto it, and we'll haul it over. We'll haul it over with that rig. And my dad will go out to the shop, out to Scott's, and hook on to his trailer, to our flatbed trailer that we bought. And that's still got his car, 03, on it. And then we'll convoy over to the track.
That is if we're still running. As of right now, we're still running. The weather hasn't done anything different yet, but they said the rain was going to be coming in right around race time, so we'll have to see what they say. So who knows? But Dad's doing a little bit more mowing down by the road. My grandpa should be here any minute, and then we'll go from there and get everything squared away for racing time. Well, we had a rainstorm come through a little while ago, but the sun came back out. Dad's hooked on to our trailer with his car. My grandpa's hooked up to the other trailer with my car. And we are going racing. All right, guys, it is a little past 10 o'clock at night now. We are home. We're pretty early from the track. We had some issues. Pretty much what happened was we got to the race and we got the cars unloaded and we began. I was able to get some footage. The video quality is not the best. I had one of my friends at the track film the footage that you're about to see. But pretty much we went out for hot laps, and it was only me and Dad out there for the hobby stock hot laps. So I'll take you guys to that here. Here are the hot laps.
If you want a hot lap, get in the staging area and they'll bring you out the way you should come out. Otherwise, we're going to go to the national anthem here pretty shortly.
You're okay.
So that was the hot laps. Me and Dad were out there, just the two of us. I thought I did pretty well. Still not going as fast as I'd like to go. I still feel like in the car I'm going really fast, and then I watched the video back just like last time, and it's just like, really? I'm going that slow? But with time, I'll get more comfortable and I'll be able to go faster. All it takes is practice. And so we had the hot laps. We brought them back into the pits and then we parked them. We took off our helmets and stuff like that. And we went and watched a few of the races, grabbed a bite to eat. And then the heats began. And we ate during the heats. And then we hopped back in the cars when it was time for our heat to go. And pretty much in the heat, there were three of us in our heat. Dad, and there was a car on the inside in the pole position, and then Dad was on the outside in the front, and then I kind of messed up. I was supposed to be on the inside on the back, and I stayed out on the outside, which wasn't hurting anybody. There was nobody else in there, so it wasn't like I was in somebody else's spot. But we had the heat race, so I'll take you guys to the heat race.
I might want my sweatshirt after all. It's breezy down here. Get up there. Only hot laps.
so that was the heat. Just me, Dad, and another car out there for the heat race. And then I got last, which is third place in that instance. I got third place, and which is not bad. And they only did a redraw for the top two. Pretty much for the top two in the class, as you're pulling off the track, you redraw your number, and that pretty much settles your position in the A main or the feature. And so Dad ended up drawing where he was on the outside on the very front row. So he loves being on the outside. So he was on the outside, and he was in the very first row. So he was in second place, pretty much, on the outside. And we had intermission. We watched the last of the heats. We had intermission. And then the features started running. And so then it came time to hop in the vehicles again and get ready to hop out on the track. For me, my position, I was in 5th place. There were 8 cars in total that were going to be in our heats that were registered. So 8 cars were going to be out there at the same time for the feature. I was in 5th place, which means I was in the 3rd row on the inside, is where I was going to be. And I was really uncomfortable. I mean, I'm all right if I'm on the back because I can get out on the outside and stick a line and just stay there, and I can get out of everybody's way, and I'm not causing any accidents. But being in the middle of the pack like that, I was really nervous, and I thought, well, we're gonna do it. And so it took a while. My problem was I forgot to loosen my belts when I got out. So when I got in the car to re-strap in, my belts were super tight. So it took a while to get them on because we had to loosen them up and then tighten them up once we got them on. And my dad had some trouble. He got in his car and got all suited up, and he had some throttle trouble. He was pushing the gas and there was nothing for some weird reason. And so he ended up just stopping. And finally I got strapped in, and I had some guy shouting that they were, hey, Hobby Stocks need to be getting on the track. So Dad was kind of getting angry because his throttle wasn't working, so he ended up not going. And so finally I got strapped in, and Jonesy was like, go, go, go. So I put it in gear, and I was taking my car out to the track, and pretty much as soon as I put it in gear and I started driving towards out of the pits onto the track, it just downpoured. I couldn't see. My visor was getting covered in water, so I flipped my visor up, and my glasses were getting covered. So then I had to take my glasses off, which I could see a little better, but without my glasses I'm pretty much blind, but I could at least see. There were no water droplets. I could at least see the ground. And I got out to the pre-staging area, and I sat there for a minute, and there was nobody around. No staff, no nothing. Everybody had left the stands. And so finally somebody came over and told me that they had shut down. They had canceled the rest of the races for the night. So I just backed the car up, drove it back to the trailer, and then we just loaded the cars up onto the trailers. Took a little bit because I just couldn't see with the downpouring rain. It took a little bit to get them on the trailers, but we got them on, strapped them down. My grandpa pulled my car home, and we dropped it off, and he is now headed home. He's going to head a little bit towards home and stop at a hotel for the night and head back. He said it was, he thought it was an amazing night. He thought it was awesome to see us race. He came out last year to see us race, and it got rained out before the races even began. So he didn't get to see Dad race at all. So he was happy to see us race what we did, that being hot laps and heats. And I kind of lucked out getting out of an uncomfortable situation in the feature. So we kind of lucked out, but we need the rain. The farmer side of me says, we need this rain, bring it on, we need it. So we had, I'd say about a 3/4 night. We had our heats and we had our hot laps, but we had our features shut down. But that's not a big deal. Hope you guys did enjoy seeing my first race with my car, my first actual race. Last time I just hot lapped it, so that doesn't count for points or anything like that. We're not shorted. I don't know if obviously we didn't get points for the feature, but that's just because they canceled it. We wanted to really make sure that they had not thrown the green flag for Hobby Stocks yet before we went out there, and they did not. So we didn't miss our feature. They just canceled before we could run. So I don't think they're going to short us points any. I don't know how that works, but we'll see. But I don't know what else is going to happen this weekend, guys. But I'm going to get out of this wetsuit. I am wet. I'm going to go up, get something to drink, and dry off, and get to bed. Because who knows what we're going to do this weekend. Maybe who knows what we're going to do on the farm. I'm going to take you guys along with me if something happens. Thank you guys for joining me for my first race. And I'll catch you guys later on. Alright guys, it is the next morning. It's the 25th of June. It is about 9 o'clock in the morning. We got up this morning and we just shimmied around my dad's trailer with my dad's car on it. We got it backed in to a spot where we could drop it, and we unloaded all our spare tires and our tools and everything like that. Got everything out since we're not racing anymore until next weekend. We got everything unloaded and put back in the garage. Both cars are still on their respective trailers. We're not in a big hurry to unload them. Dad's is going to stay loaded because it still has to go to the shop yet to get the MSD rev limiter box put in, and he's going to have them look at a few other things. We don't know what caused the throttle trouble, because I guess I forgot to mention it in the footage from last night when I was explaining the show, but he was having throttle trouble trying to get ready for the feature, and then afterwards, after they canceled and we let the rain pass so that we could actually see what we were doing, to load the cars, I hopped in it, and Dad was going to have me load his car up, and we tested it out. We looked at the throttle linkage, we looked at the springs, we looked at the throttle springs on the carburetor. Everything looked intact, and he had me fire it up and push the gas pedal, and it revved up. It had throttle, so we don't know what caused that all of a sudden no throttle before the feature. But it was probably a good thing then that the feature was canceled, because I got out of an uncomfortable situation and Dad's car wasn't working right for that little moment. So I think it was good that the feature got canceled so that we didn't miss out on points, because we didn't make it to the track in time before the green flag. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and end this video here. I've kind of been putting the video together as we've been going, and I'm seeing that it's getting about to the length that I want it to end. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I don't know what all is going to happen this weekend or next weekend, but we have another race on Monday, July 3rd, so I'll definitely take you guys along with me for that. I wish I had somebody there that could just use my phone and film the videos. Nothing against the video that I got from my friend. It's just when she sent them to me, the quality lessened, because she sent them to me over Messenger, and after she sent it, the quality just went down. You can still see what was going on and everything, but it wasn't crystal clear as if it was on my phone and stayed on my phone. It was the sending of it that really lowered the quality so it could send, which was fine. I'll take it. It wasn't like super blurry where you couldn't see what was going on. You could still see what was going on, so I'm definitely going to use it. I wish I had somebody there that could use my phone and film. I was going to have Jonesy film with my phone, but he was, it's kind of like teaching older people how to use a smartphone is kind of like rocket science. I even showed him, all you got to do is swipe on the camera, push this button, and he just wasn't comfortable. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. So I was like, okay, that's fine, no worries. And so I hope at some point I can have somebody at the track that can just take my phone before I'm getting in the car and strapping in, and they can just take it, film, bring the phone back to me after the race, and I can watch the film back. Because me and my dad love watching the video footage of our races. It's just like any other sport, football, basketball, whatever, where after the game you watch the game film and you can review it. You can see, oh, well, I didn't I'm not going hard enough in the corners. Especially me, I'm not going hard enough in the corners. I find myself, I'm never touching the brake, which, very good, I'm not touching the brake, but I'm finding myself letting off the gas when I'm going into the corners, which is just an instinctual thing, but in racing, you've got to lay into it. You've got to lay into it and let your rear end slide out on you, so you spin around that corner and get your fastest lap time. So, I mean, that's just something I'm going to have to learn with time and practice and skill. It's just going to have to be, it's my rookie season. I didn't expect to be superstar champion, but That's why we like watching the video footage back. Not only so that I can have video to show you guys of my racing career, but so that I can look back on it and review it and see what I need to do better for the next show. Okay, I know I need to, first of all, I need to get up closer when I'm in staging. When we're doing parade laps before the green flag, I have to get closer. If you notice in the heat race, I stayed quite a ways back before the green flag when I should have been right up on Dad's bumper. I should have been right behind him. I should have been within a couple inches of his bumper, and I just didn't. So that video footage just teaches me, okay, I need to be closer to him in staging. I need to lay into it more in the corners. You know, I need to speed up. I need to just lay onto the throttle, you know. So it's just teaching me things so I can get used to it and I can get better and better with every race. And my grandpa even told me last night, he says, because he saw the video of my hot lap in my dad's car from the previous race, and he told me, he goes, just looking at watching you race tonight, he goes, you looked way faster than you did in your dad's car. And I says, well, that's good. That means I'm starting to get better. Obviously, it's not going to be an overnight deal. I'm not gonna show up to the next race and be in the front and passing everybody and doing the best lap times out of everybody. No. But as long as I'm progressing and I'm getting better every time, that's all that matters to me. I'm learning, I'm getting better, and I'm getting more comfortable in the car, and I'm feeling what the car can do, and I'm learning to trust the car, and we're getting things done. So I'm hoping that next race I'll be better, and I'm hoping next race we don't have rain because it's the 4th of July race. So they're gonna have like a big fireworks show. I think the owner of the track said there's gonna be like $17,000 worth of fireworks that are going to be launched during the show. So I'm excited to see that as well. And I'm hoping it doesn't rain, so we have the best conditions for those. And the track is going to be good, and we can actually run a full show. So we'll have to see what happens, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy this video of my first official race. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you guys smash the like button. Spread the word of the channel, guys. Next video will definitely have the next race in it, as long as there's no weather problems that shut the race down. I guess it's too far out right now to see what the forecast is going to be. It can change on a dime. So all we can do is roll with the punches and see what happens. So whatever farming footage I can get this weekend and next weekend on top of the next race are probably all going to be in the next video. So stay tuned for that. Let's keep the racing season going, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.